how to make the connection between Make and Notion. In this example, I'm going to add something to a Notion database. That's I write Notion, show more, create a database item. And now we're going to connect Make with Notion. And therefore we need a connection and we need a token. Because if we click on add and we choose Notion internal, because we want to make it internal and not external, we need an internal integration token. So we're going to Notion, and in Notion we're going to make the token. So in Notion we can go to settings when we are in Notion, and we go to connections. On the left side of the menu we see connections, and now we can add a connection. So we're going to develop or manage integrations, and we make a new integration. You choose a workspace. This is your name or your workspace, the name you have. We can add a logo. For this example, I don't add a logo, and we can choose between internal and public. So I choose internal. I click on save. Oh, I need a name. AI. And now we're going to configure integration settings. When we go to this page, we see here our internal integration secret. So we click on show, and we're going to copy this integration secret to Make. For the rest, it's important that we leave everything as it is and we save it. Don't forget to save it, because otherwise it's not working. So we click on save. Now we're going to paste the token, click on save, and now it's going to add the connection. And now we need to connect with our database, but before we connect, we're going back to Notion again, because we must allow Make to connect with the specific database we want. So we're going to first page. You need to do this for every page you want to add to Make for your database. And we go to the right corner and click on the three dots, and we go to connections. And now we must search for the connection that we made. In my case, it's AI Jeroen. In your case, it's another name, but in this case, it's AI Jeroen. I click here, and AI Jeroen 1 will have access to this, and all child pages continue. I will click on continue, and now you see we have connections 1. It is connected with the child pages, but in my example, I go for certainty, so I will do the same. In this place, connections none, AI Jeroen, confirm. Now we have the connections. You see here we have test 1 and all kinds of URLs and that kind of stuff. So I go back to Make and try to search the database. The name is URLs 1. That's in my situation. In your situation, it's another name. But I go back. I can choose to select from the list or enter manually. I choose to select from the list. I'm going to need my database ID. So I go back to my URLs in Notion, and I'm going to search for the database URL. The database ID you can find in the URL, and it's after the slash and before the question mark. So we're going to select this, right mouse button, copy, and we're going back to Make, and we're going to paste this into the database ID. And now it's searching for the database we want. And now you see we can enter the name and the website URL as we have in our database. We have name, website URL. Just for this example, we're going to give it a name, tutorial www.example.com. Okay. Oh, I must have the HTTPS before the URL. And I'm gonna run this module only. Now it's running. It's successful. Now we're going back to our database. And when we refresh this, we see we have tutorial, you have example.com. So this is working, and this way you can make your connection with Notion. If you want to learn more, go to the link below this video and join my community to learn everything about AI and AI automations with Make. And I hope to see you by the next video. Thank you. Bye.